So we're working with a left to right that is, it's consistent, it's not heavy, but this is just a normal windy type of day. Especially with this understable glidey mid-range, I'm definitely expecting to get a lot more action to the right. So I'm definitely gonna try and start it farther to the left. So if the wing ever gets exposed, it's just gonna carry on that. And hopefully what we're gonna see is that it doesn't burn out and wanna get to its edge. It stays in the air and has that gentle glide, maybe a little bit of finish at the end. Let's see.
Now that one rolled. Were you expecting it to roll? Were you trying to roll it?
I was not, but it would be to be expected, especially with an understable mid-range that I hit maybe a little too hard. I bet it'll be great in the woods for that control fan grip, little flip up, maybe a late turn, similar to probably a deputy in flight, but in a mid-range form.
We've got the Patrol mid-range here. From what I've heard about this, it's going to be pretty understable. I currently throw a Warrant, so I'm hoping it might even be more understable than a Warrant. I love my Warrant, but sometimes I really want it to flip up and go right for me. So let's see how it flies. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So I'm gonna throw it a little bit higher and see if I can get some more distance out of it and really get it to turn over. There's some wind too, so that might be helping, but that's what I'm hoping this disc will do, is flip up and turn right. Awesome.
Hey guys, I'm Zach Melton. I'm out here gonna be testing out the new Dynamic Disc Patrol. It is a understable fairway, has a really low profile. I actually thought it was a fairway disc when I picked it up. It does not feel like a mid-range, it's not deep, it's very shallow, very flat, and we're gonna throw them, test them out, see how they fly.
It's 5.
Okay.
So we're back with the Patrol. I'm actually gonna throw with a right to left kind of tailwind, and we're gonna throw one backhand and one sidearm. And we're gonna really kind of find out where this disc falls in the lineup. So on that backhand, you could see that even with the wind fighting it to turn, it still turned. That's a great sign that even in inclement conditions, you're gonna be able to get this thing to still work itself to the right on a backhand. See how it holds up on a sidearm. Good glide. Easy to flip up. I think it would be great in the woods for control shots, and it might even be for those tunnel shots that you don't want to look away from the target, and you're going to be able to actually get it to flip to the left late in flight. So for me, more understable than a Warrant, but I wouldn't call it like the Witness of mid-ranges. I think it's not as understable as a Witness. So I would, if you had a Witness mid-range, it would definitely be between the Warrant and the Witness in that mid-range.
All right, the Patrol. I'm pretty sure now that I will definitely be using this for a flip up, turn to the right shot. Really useful in wooded golf, and if I need to power down, it's a good disc that I can still get some turn out of it even from a standstill and without a lot of power. So great controlled mid-range. But let's see what it'll do on a hyzer. I kind of want to play around with all this plastic, see what it can do. Now I definitely have a different wind. This is more of a tailwind, so it's gonna push it down a lot more, but you see it held it a lot more straight. So that tells you if you put it on a hyzer and give it some air, it's gonna still push and fight the turn that it wants to turn. So again, it really just emphasizes the fact that I think it's gonna be really versatile and you'll be able to use it for a lot of different shots. Because it's a tailwind and it's a lot different wind than I had on the last couple throws, I'm gonna still try to throw it on that straight shot that I want to turn over and see if it'll still turn for me. So tailwind's gonna be different. Clearly it does still want to fight, but you gotta get a little more flat than that. But in a tailwind, it's gonna go pretty straight.
Had a chance to throw some shots with the Patrol. Like I said, low profile, almost feels like a fairway driver, comes out very quick. And my initial comparison, I think it's like a quicker Tersus. Maybe a little less stable, possibly. I haven't thrown the Tersus a lot by Westside. Also similar to the Warrant, but definitely less stable. And I've got a left to right crosswind, so I'm gonna throw both of these forehand and see how they handle a hyzer release, and they should pop up and then drift right, if I don't throw bad. So. Oh yeah. So, yeah, okay. There's definitely a crosswind, as you can see. Threw it a little high, kind of slid on the leaves. Anthony's fault, he made me throw from here. Got a little high on me, and the wind just got on it and took it. So I'm gonna try to throw it a little lower and see what it can do without it getting way up in the wind. Didn't lose that one.
So what I think about the Patrol, I think it's gonna be really good for beginners. If a beginner wants a really straight disc, I think it's gonna be great for wooded golf and slower arm speeds. As for me, I'd call myself like a middle arm speed. It's gonna flip up, but if I come off it and throw it gently, I bet I can get it to go straight. But it's gonna be really versatile, which I love about it.